So welcome everyone to our Monday morning huddle. Today's Monday. So on Mondays, we absolutely always want to be checking our downline to see who is close to rank advancing, who we need to help out, make sure, check in with people, see how they're doing, see if they need help, see if they need three-way calls, because our commission week ends at midnight tonight. So that's a habit that you should typically be getting into on Mondays. And so we are on a new link now, and some of you may be wondering what the heck's going on. So we've noticed, Trisha and I have noticed over the last little while that we've had bigger huddles with bigger teams, right? Which is wonderful. But one of the issues we're starting to face is that the way we teach network marketing and marketing is very, very different from what a lot of other teams teach, right? And that's okay. That's all right, because you can do this business any way. You can do it by making the traditional list. You can do it by building online. But one of the issues we were facing was, as newer people were entering our team and trying to learn, they were being challenged because a lot of the ways that were being taught by some of the other leaders were the old school ways, and people were getting confused. So we decided to kind of take back the Truth Empire huddles and really get back to basics on teaching social marketing, because that's what we're all about here. So over the next week or so, we're just kind of resetting our schedule. We had good conversations with Muzaffar and Jesse, who were 1000% supportive of us kind of, taking back our original huddle and getting back to basics on teaching social marketing. So Trisha's with us now. Trisha, I was just updating everyone about why we're on a different link, and really, just kind of taking back our team huddles so we can focus back in on the way we teach network marketing. Although all of the other ways work, right? It was challenging for people who are new on our team coming into huddles, hearing mixed trainings and mixed messages. So we're going to be primarily using my Zoom room link. But again, over the next week, as we make this transition, just check our Sea Life Nation Messenger to make sure that you're on the right link. It'll likely always be this room, except for maybe the odd Friday or the bronze and above. So that was the first thing I wanted to mention, because you're probably all going like, what the heck, why are we on a different link? Did you want to add anything to that, Trish?
Yeah, I do. And thank you, Ruth, first of all. And I just want you guys to know, like, what we have here is just so special, right? And it's funny, Ruth and I talked to Jesse and Muzaffar about it yesterday, and they're like, guys, you got to do what you got to do. Leaders do their brand, leaders do their thing. And, before, because we had such a great thing and there were so many people looking for what we had, we were trying to share. But the bottom line is, it started to kind of get away, and we want to make sure we're getting back to the basics here with you guys, because we want to provide the best. We want to make sure your time is being utilized the right way. We don't want your time being wasted on calls that aren't really giving you relevant information. Although there's a lot of it, we want to make sure that you guys are getting what you need. And so some of our huddles, might be just a little bit smaller here in the beginning, but I know we're all growing and we're all doing great things. So I'm excited for that. And got to show you guys something. Hold on. Remember, we have our recruiting contest going on, right? And here are the shirts, right? Here are the shirts. So we've still got 2 full weeks to earn these shirts, guys. You can do it. Even if you're like, oh, I'm so far away, it doesn't matter. All the work you've been doing up till now is what's giving you the possibility for it to still happen, because everything you've been doing, 90% of goals are met within the last, like what, 10 to 20% of time. That's just how it works. And so you guys for sure have enough time, and we're here to help you. But we're really excited to kind of get back to this, and really excited to focus on the things with you guys that we know work. And I'm already excited. My mind's going with everything I want to teach this week already. Knowing that you guys are eager to get the information and run with it. And I just want to add one more thing. I'm going to turn it back to Ruth. For those of you who know I live in Arizona, we don't change time here, but that means we change time zones. So as of yesterday, I am back in Pacific time zone. So if you don't get a response as early from me in the morning, just remember I'm 3 hours behind East Coast now instead of 2. And although I get up early, I try really, really hard not to look at my phone right away. But now the huddle is 8 a.m. for me versus 9 a.m., which is fine, except I work out. So I'll be racing into here to the call every morning for the next 6 or 7 months. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that we're booking calls and everything, that I am 3 hours behind, not 2. And we're going to try not to mess up any call times this week with anybody. So if we do have something scheduled this week, message me privately to confirm the time, because I was booking everything from the East Coast, and I just want to make sure it got put on my calendar and converted back properly.
Perfect. So this huddle is really about a lot of updates that have happened or are happening that I want you guys to be aware of. So second thing is our training portal in Sea Life Nation. You're going to start seeing some changes to it. And I really encourage you, once the changes are made, to go through it again, because you guys are leaders on this call, and you've got to be able to, point your people in the right direction. That's what's going to be duplicatable. So Trisha's sister, Kimmy, is brilliant. She's a brilliant facilitator, educator, and she actually went through our Sea Life Nation portal, because we're always trying to make things better, easier to understand, easier to follow, and more duplicatable. And it's a pretty funny thing. When she went through it, she said, oh, this is so green. And it's because 2 accountants put it together, right? So she's going to be making some tweaks to it to make sure that it resonates with the blues and the yellows and the reds as well, right? So she's going to redo the layout, redo some of the way content is described and laid out, so that it appeals to all color types. And I am super excited about that, because I know it's very green. I know the way I am. It's like, go do this, 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 and this, and this, and just come back and tell me when you're done. And that doesn't appeal to everyone. And I know that. So did you want to add anything to that, Trish?
Yes, briefly, but the main thing is, my sister's name is Kimmy. So Kim O'Neill, and you'll be seeing her doing, she'll be helping out on some of these huddles sometimes as well. In fact, it's so funny. She told me about a training. We were talking on my way home from working out. She's like, hey, do you remember this training from Jesse? And I'm like, oh my God, that's such a brilliant training. And so on Friday, you're not going to want to miss it, because on Friday, we're going to be showing you guys a couple of different organizational ways to track your leads. One is going to be for people who are tech savvy. One is going to be for people who are a little more old school. And they're both amazing. But we're going to kind of go through those and deliver that content. So, and a lot of, Genevieve, you may have met her already. She's been on a couple of the huddles. But she's a facilitator by trade. That's what she's been doing for years. And so she was like, this is amazing, because she goes, when I teach, the people who I'm teaching, they give me all this information that you have here. She goes, and then I take it and break it down to deliver it. And she started sharing with me how she wanted to deliver. And I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, she goes, so that's what you can do. And I'm like, oh no. I'm like, that's what you can do. I'm like, because You just did it brilliantly and I don't want to do it. And I said, I'm pretty sure Ruth won't either. And she just laughed. And I said, you're so good at it. Why would we try to duplicate that? You know, and let's put our talents together and strengths and stuff. So you guys are going to love it. I'm telling you, I was in awe just listening to how she's delivering the information. So I can tell you guys are really, really going to love it. I think it's going to make it a lot simpler and for everybody. And also just you know, it's going to fit all those learning modalities.
What color is your sister?
Depends on the day. It's interesting. She is a red, but she's actually a yellow. So yellow
Seems creative. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, she's just, you know, and again, a lot of it comes from experience, I think, but she's just really, really good at delivering information to every personality type. But again, that's where she's been trained and has done it. She was an officer in the military and, you know, has a lot of experience there and then continued to work with veterans and stuff when she got out. So, you know, she's helped people get back into the workforce for years. And so she just is really good at being able to deliver content. And she's not the one to come up with the content, which is so funny. She's like, you and Ruth did the hard part and I get to do the fun part. And so I'm just excited for you guys to get to be a part of that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we're just so blessed that we have such great people to work with, like your sister, like Jesse, like Ms. Offer, like some of the new people coming over from World Ventures that we've been able to connect with. So it's just amazing. So going back to the recruiting challenge, guys, it's 2 weeks out. And I just want to talk to you a little bit about mindset around that, because you may be thinking, oh my gosh, in 2 weeks, I can't recruit 6 people. Oh my gosh, in 2 weeks, I can't recruit 10 people. How many of you guys are thinking that way? Yep, I know. And here's what I want to tell you, okay? Back when, you know, Trisha and I first sat down, when I got started here at Seacret I guess I started in March of 2020 and really launched in April. And she put that roadmap that many of you have seen, the roadmap to Crown Royale. And we do it on strategy calls. Jenny, you'll see it when we meet this week. Jenny's brand new, so welcome, Jenny. So I remember looking at that thinking, and she told me, Ruth, you got to get to Royale in 30 days. And I'm like, get to Royale in 30 days? You're nuts. Like, you're crazy, Trish. Like, Royale is 5,000 points on each side, and I have 0. I have 0 today. And I had to get that self-limiting belief out of my head and focus only on action, right? So you have to put aside those self-limiting beliefs and just focus on action. And the action is, how many people can you get in front of a secret presentation? How many people can you get on Zoom out of social networking professionals, right? How many people can you invite to a conversation to pre-qualify them? And those conversations, guys, can't last hours and hours because you'll never get through enough people. So you're looking to ask a lot of questions and pre-qualify people for your time. It's when we ask questions that we can very, very quickly determine if someone is open, if they're ready to, you know, maybe take another look, take a look, period, and move them through our funnel process, right? But when we talk too much, sometimes we talk our prospects out of joining us. When we answer questions that haven't been asked, sometimes we open up a can of worms, right? Sometimes we open up pains that person might have had that maybe they had put aside. So asking lots of questions of your prospects and just taking the action, because that's what's going to recruit people, right? Getting people in front of me, in front of Trish, in front of your upline, getting people out of SNP onto Zooms, getting people in front of secret presentations. And that's all the focus should be. You've got to put aside what's in your head that, oh my gosh, I will never be able to recruit that many people. And I even remember, guys, like I had huge self-limiting beliefs when I did that run for Ruby, because a week before I went Ruby, I was 40,000 points behind. And it was like, I was just like, and Mazzafar's going, oh yeah, next week you have to be Ruby. And I'm like, time out. There's no way. And then I had to go, okay, just put it aside and do the actions. And that it's the actions that get us there. So we all experience those self-limiting beliefs. We look at the numbers and we go, oh my gosh, that'll never happen. But if you can put that aside and get it and just do the daily actions, you'll get there. So that's what I wanted to mention about the recruiting challenge. We still have 2 weeks, it's lots of time. And I also want to update you on new agent training. So new agent training is coming back. So we had gotten, away from it for a little while when things got crazy back over Black Friday and into the Christmas holidays. But we need to get new agent training back as we have new team members coming in, right? So Trish, I know your sister may be taking that new agent training over for a little bit. Do you have a date on that yet, or?
Yeah, so we're definitely gonna shoot for this week on it. And that was actually one of my announcements. The only thing we're trying to nail down is the time. Evenings are really hard for her because of just having smaller kids. And so I think we're gonna shoot for, she's East Coast, so I think we're gonna shoot for like something in the daytime. However, we will always be posting the replays. And what we're gonna try and do as well is not only have that weekly training, but also have a piece of it in the training portal. So people can get started, but can also, show up to it live. So I do know a lot of people on our team actually can attend in the day, but I know there will be some who can't. But that's something she really is excited about and wants to help out with. So she is going to be doing that. I'm going to be talking to her again here after the huddle, and then we'll lock in the day and time on that. So I'll announce that. The other thing I just want to mention real quickly is the morning huddles. Will be Ruth and I've got a VA who's helping us out with some stuff now, and I'm going to have him take the recordings out of Ruth's Zoom and be posting them in the training portal as well. So there'll be a section called Daily Huddles, and we'll make sure that all the recordings get put in there for you guys in case you're not on live. Of course, we'll always post in the group, but they'll also be in there to go back to, so that you guys will have those.
Perfect. The next thing I want to mention is we have some really sort of potentially exciting marketing things coming up. And one of the things that we're testing, and it's only in test phase right now, we're going to do our very, very best to hit this process out of the park so we can roll it out to all of you. But Seacret is allowing us to test something out. We are the only team who is allowed to test this out because we're online marketers, and that is a sampling program. So we had mentioned sort of briefly a little bit about sampling in the past. The official sampling program that Seacret was going to roll out has been pushed out because of all of the activity that's been happening with the merger. There's a lot going on in corporate. Can we agree with that? They've got their hands full. So the sampling program kind of got pushed forward. So Trisha and I really, really believe that we as social marketers can hit it out of the park with sampling. And so we've just taken a very small group of people who, who have been in the social marketing space for a while. We are going to be testing out a sampling program. So if you see us online and we have samples, don't worry, because if we can get a little test to work and we have proof of concept, we're going to be able to roll it out to everyone. The reason we decided to do it with a little test group is we don't want everyone investing in samples because we've got to pay for them, right? We don't want everyone investing if it's not going to work. Now, we believe like 1000% we can do it, but we want to have a process in place. We want to have scripts in place. We want to have posts in place to help you guys once we can roll it out, because you're going to have to invest in some samples if you want to participate, right? So let us do the heavy lifting. Let us put the process in place. Let us roll it out to you the way it should be rolled out, so that when you do launch your sampling program, you can hit the ground running and have success. So we wanted to let you know that, because you may in the next couple of weeks see a couple of us promoting samples. Don't worry, we're gonna get the process in place. We're gonna roll it out to you, okay? So does that sound good, guys?
Can I ask what you mean by sampling? I'm new.
Yes, yeah, that's a great question, Jenny. So right now, there are very, very few sample size products at Seacret.
Okay.
The way we sell most of our product line is we tell people you've got a 30-day money back guarantee. It's basically full-size samples, right? But we've seen other marketers in other companies, like other online marketers and other companies, really, really effectively promoting their samples in posts and Facebook Lives. And buying a sample is way cheaper than, you know, buying a full-size product for people. And sometimes people, even if there is a 30-day money back guarantee, they go, oh, if I don't like it, I don't want the hassle of taking it to the post office and sending it back and all of that. So our sample, we're still tweaking some things, but this sample program, people will be able to buy, and they'll have to purchase. They're not free samples, right? We don't want people to be out of pocket for their samples, but people will be able to buy, you know, a series of samples for $10, $15, $20. And people will be more likely to give you their email address, give you their contact information in exchange for relatively inexpensive samples. And then you can follow up with them, right? And it's going to be the follow-up that's key. The follow-up is going to be, you know, you're going to call them, hey, did you love it? You know, what did you like about it? Are you ready to, you know, order the full size? And it's really going to help a lot of our team members get customers. From those customers, they will find business builders as well. So it's a process to help people. We've got a great process on the recruiting side and social networking professionals, right? But up until now, the customer acquisition side, we have not had a process online for people. So this is other than parties, you know, hosting online parties. So this is going to really help people acquire customers from the online space as well. So I'm super excited about it. We have been talking about it. I don't know how long, Trish. For months, we've been bugging about wanting a sampling program.
Well, oddly, I've been bugging Isaac for 5 years. So, so actually a couple of things we need to keep in this huddle. I'm going to share some information that I know from a Diamond and Above call I was on last week. Okay, so first things first, just so you guys know, Kimmy, my sister, Chris Pemberton, who some of you have met, Chaz Augustine, some of you have met, myself, and another guy, Jason Elliott, who are all on my team. Our prior company, we built through samples online. All right, so we've had an automated sample system when we came over here to Seacret. Seacret just didn't have everything in place just yet, right? So, and that's okay. Anyway, what we're trying to do as well is we're trying to figure out who didn't delete all the scripts, because we had all the follow-up scripts, because we put together an entire auto texter. Like, we were so ahead of the curve with some of this stuff. It's so frustrating. But anyway, What we have is we're going to be sampling with these things, which some of you probably saw when you got the petty packs. Some of you bought those surprise packs at the holidays. You got this petty pack, and we're going to be breaking these up. We've got a great funnel in place already. We'll share with you guys once it's going, which guys, I just thought of something we need to add to the funnel. And so we'll be testing that, but corporate, it is going to be launched at convention, just so you know. They are launching it. It will not be samples, but it will be travel sizes of things, which in my opinion, that's better. These are really more travel size anyway, not sample, which in my opinion is a little better. But it'll have an app that follows up with everybody. And I know if we can knock it out of the park with these samples, we can probably get them to add this to that app as well. And that's what we want, because we want it where corporate sending them out, not us, right? We want to get it to that point. Because in that sampling process, corporate will be sending the stuff out and the app will be following up with all the people for us. And we want to get this to be that same thing so that it's less work for us. But the other thing is, because we are pretty much the only team in the company that truly built online outside of a few World Ventures people, I want us to crush this, because Isaac loved the idea. I reached out to him personally and we got the green light like that. He was like, yes, you guys can do it. So yeah, we were able to get stuff that corporate has that aren't even on the main website for people to buy. And they're getting it, allowing just our team to do it. We had to buy a lot of them, but they're allowing us to do them. But really, really, really excited, guys, because I can tell you what we did in our old company. We had a little 3-pack sample of one of our products. We had it where we were getting automatic sales every day. We had upsells in the funnel and we were doing 6, 8, 9. We had some people selling between $10,000 and $20,000 in product a month through the funnel, right? So it's really exciting. I know we can get it dialed in. Now we were doing it a little differently back then. We were doing it all through ads. But here's the cool thing. We've got more tools today than we had back then to do it. So it doesn't have to be a paid process anymore to do it. It can be, but it doesn't have to be. And I'm really excited about that because it gives us more options and more ways to do it. So yeah, just stay tuned, guys. It's got lots of good stuff coming with it. We're really excited about it.
Yes, super, super excited. And Heather says, do we know what the samples will be? Yes.
I can't tell you what's coming in convention. I can't do that.
No,
but these I can tell you.
Yeah, so why don't you show them, Trish?
Yeah. So here we've got a salt and oil scrub and a body butter that we're going to break up. And then here we've got a salt scrub, like for the bath, and then a body mud so people can take a bath in the Dead Sea, basically. So we're going to split these up, or they can get all 4. If they get all 4, it'll come in the little petty pack with the instructions. But we're going to do up little instructions for these as well. But there's also upsells in there for them to buy the full size. And the way we've got it set up is you'll be able to put your link. It's long story, but right now we've got to kind of work. It's a workaround around the back end of the corporate page. But if we can show enough upsells, we can get the company to put little packs in there for us that we can then use our link for. Right now, we're going to need to backdoor it a little. But I know if we can prove the concept and prove that it works, they'll give us whatever we want on that end.
Yeah, super exciting. And the other thing we should talk about, Trish, we haven't talked about this yet, is a 3-pack of the energy on the sample list. Yeah, because I think the energy is going to be a big, big seller for us in the online space.
Yeah, and that'll be something we do. From what I've been told so far, that's not one of the ones the company is doing yet. And but that is something that we will be able to do once we're able to announce it. And the best part is the energy really goes along with the 3-day sequence that we had in our old company. And so I'm really excited because we've already got all the questions, the language, the follow-up. We have everything for it, and we'll be able to share that with you guys as well.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting. So that's all I had for today, guys.
May I ask a question, please?
Lots of questions.
Okay, I was just trying to enroll my friend Marilee that one of y'all was on a Zoom with. I forget one of y'all, like way a long time ago. And she wants to do this because she likes travel. She was excited about Club Seacret. Okay, it says when you try to, if you click on that button that says upgrade agent, upgrade to
Don't do
agent.
that. Don't do that.
So
It does not work properly.
How do I get her in? It told me to call the
Don't,
support.
no, just enroll her like an agent. Create a new account for her and enroll her like an agent.
Okay, so do a whole new login and everything. So what do we do with like she's got product credit and all sorts of stuff in her account. So what do we do with that?
She can still use it out, right? Just get her new account, get her placed in the tree. Let her use up what product credit she has, and then she can ignore that account.
Okay, and then I guess they could combine it if I happen to call, because one time they combined accounts for me for somebody that we it's a long story, but they did that.
Yes, you probably can call and combine. I just know that upgrade to agent button does not work the way they had intended it to work. So
right, because it said call, and then there was like 19 people ahead of me, and so she just left. She said, "I'll send you my credit card number," and
just enroll her. Just enroll her, but no, you need her social security number.
Oh, thank you. She lives across the street. I'll go get it when I get off the Fed.
Perfect.
Okay. And are we doing like are we still sending people, because I've got somebody that wants to listen to a business presentation today. Are we still sending them to the corporate?
Yep.
We are going to start. Are we doing?
We're going to use that. They're doing that all the way up until convention.
Okay. Is it okay to tag somebody in the one that Jesse did last night that's posted on YouTube?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
You can. If you can get them on live, it's always better. But if not, you can for sure give them one of the ones that's pre-done. Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to start putting all those in that.
Yes. According to April, they're all going to be getting in there. They're just going through compliance. So they have to all go through compliance before they can be put on the page.
Okay. Because I like to watch them to learn how to talk about stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, legal's just going through them all to make sure nobody said anything they weren't supposed to say, and just really to protect us all, right? We don't want the FTC coming after us.
Does your sister live near me?
No, she's in New York.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Heather?
I had a question in the chat. You had mentioned that we're going back to putting the huddles in Sea Life Nation portal. Are they still going to be housed on the YouTube link as well?
They'll be on YouTube, but they're not going to be public. So the only way you're going to be able to get to them is through the link.
Okay, because what I'll do is I'll go in there when it gets posted, the replay. I'll go in there and click on it, go to YouTube, and hit save.
It'll still be housed, and we'll post the link in the chat. But even in the portal, when you click on it, it's going to take it over to the to the YouTube channel. But you won't be able to just search it on the YouTube channel if you don't have that link.
Did I understand what they were saying yesterday? Or it wasn't yesterday. It was in one of the trainings that maybe Matt, somebody, I forget his name, somebody did this thing. He was talking about how, okay, the $15 less deal goes away after today for a week, and then it comes back if people buy the $300 travel bag. Did I understand that right?
I don't know, Genevieve. I haven't been told anything on that yet. So I don't know the answer to that. I haven't been given any information on that at all.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the perk of being a red diamond and not a diamond.
It was one of the trainings that got posted. He said that. I'm guessing whatever he said is.
I'm guessing it's correct. It's just, I don't know for sure. I can't give you a definite answer because I haven't been told anything. Yeah. He's privy to more information than I am.
All right.
All right. Well, guys, we are excited. Put this shirt on your list. We want to see when we show up at convention, we want to see everybody with one of these shirts, right? So let's get earning. Let's get earning. You guys can do it. Get us on Zooms. We will help you. As we want you guys to have them.
Awesome, guys. Well, we will see you tomorrow, same time, same Zoom link.
All right, guys. Bye.
Thanks.